Previously on Quantum Break.
We can't risk any unwanted attention. Initialize a PR campaign. We need the city on our side.
You're here to kill me?
No, but you're coming with us. We need your expertise.
No.
I'm not asking. Get her on the boat. I'll keep him busy. Come on, go, hurry up!
She was the only one who could administer the treatments that kept my sickness at bay. Sophia's date has always been good. I'll trust her judgment. We need to analyze these figures and make final preparations to activate the lifeboat protocol at once.
Fine. I'll take the laptop to the science department.
No, I think I'll do that myself.
Alright guys, welcome back to Let's Play Quantum Break, Act 4, Part 3. We are in the time machine with my favorite time dude, Jack Joyce. I like how, even though this game takes itself really seriously, everything is like called time something, time rush, time bomb. I don't know, this just strikes me as silly. Alright guys, let's do this. I think this is going to be real interesting. Oh shit. Ghosts are walking through me. Hello. Hold on, I gotta try my time vision. It does work in here. Normally I would just call that detective vision, but I like the whole time thing so much that I'm actually gonna call it time vision. Oh, snaps.
Your first journey back in time, 2010. This is where our notes get hazy.
You know how it ended.
Your goal when you arrived was to retrieve the countermeasure.
But my goal had to wait. Because I wasn't alone.
So Will should probably be around here somewhere, right? Well, no, let's take a look at what we got. From William Joyce to Beth Wilder, the countermeasure. Okay, leaving the workshop now. The countermeasure is secured in my safe. I know better than to ask the reasoning behind this request. In 11 years, you've never been wrong, and I don't want to know about the future anyway. But that won't make this easier for me to digest. Can we meet tomorrow? Now that the device is complete, I need to know what the next steps are. And please be careful with the countermeasure. It's tremendously powerful, and sourcing the chronon particles for it alone has taken over a decade. Rebuilding would take me years and years. Ah, crap, I've read them out of order. Oh well, we'll just go down. The countermeasure. I'm now going to ask you to do something that will sound counterintuitive. Leave the workshop, leave the countermeasure behind, and do not return until tomorrow morning. As with all my orders, it is best that I don't go into further detail. Oh, so she asked him to leave. Okay. It's finished. It's finally finished. Tests are all positive. I've officially constructed a working countermeasure for a fracture in time. I can't prove it, obviously, since there's no fracture to deploy it against, but I believe it will work. It has passed every test I can conceive. There's no reason I can see that it wouldn't. Given your knowledge of the future, I'm guessing you already knew this would be the date I completed my work. This day has been a long time coming. I was beginning to doubt it was possible. I haven't heard from you in almost 2 years now. Please tell me you're still out there. Interesting. Wouldn't that sound super duper fishy, even from somebody you trusted? Like, oh, okay, you just built this machine that can theoretically save the world, should it come to that. Now just leave it there and go away for a day. Just trust me. Everything will be fine.
Hey, Bobby Radford coming at you on 4th of July. And what a fine day it is, too. Things are looking up for Riverport. Don't believe me? Just look at that shiny new Monarch building going up. That's a big deal for this town. Sure, I know there's been complaints. Talking about how Monarch's tearing down this or that, taking over the mom and pop spots, making Riverport more corporate. Some of that's happening. It ain't all good. A huge corporation like that, you know, they're all about power and profit. But I say, hold on there. Put it in perspective. This town's been miserable for a long time. A long time. When our shipbuilding industry took that final nosedive, we hit one hell of a slump. A lot of people I know have been unemployed for years now, and that's hard. But Monarch's here. And they're starting to change that big time. So they ain't perfect. So what? It beats the alternative. I want to be optimistic about this. It ain't wrong to have a little hope for the future. I want to believe that this is capitalism working as intended, you know? The American way, you could say.
Sure. So Monarch was given the public grief even as far back as 2010. Alright, let's look at these paintings. Are these Will's or Beth's?
What's going on here? Since when did Will run a graffiti workshop? None of this crap was here in 2016.
So we don't know exactly where Sophia sent Beth, but it should have been forward in time, right? So it's not like she got here before us. There shouldn't be two Beths running around. Although the past Beth might be waiting for us. Before we get too much further, let me see what all is in this chapter. There are 3 Chronon sources. There's 4 documents. No intel, no ripples. Okay. I wasn't sure if there would be upgrade points, you know, seeing as how we're in the past, but there totally are, so we gotta keep an eye out. We could unlock the chain.
What the? Someone's in here.
Looks like over there is the actual objective, so I guess we'll go this way for now.
It's locked. I gotta check out that gunfire before I go anywhere else.
Or not. That's also cool.
Who the hell is that? The fuck are they shooting at?
What is that orange shit back there?
Beth? It's me. Hey, 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 hey. What happened to you?
This is it. There's no turning back.
Wait, so that was future Beth?
Jack? Dr. Emerald sent me to the future. I fought for months trying to find a way to get back. I wasn't the only one. Stop! I followed him back. He set William's machine to 1999. The first possible exit point.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Ah, it's okay. I'm on your side.
Who are you?
I'm Beth Wilder. There's some things you need to know.
You're the reason he built the countermeasure. And you've been here ever since. 11 years. Why? Why didn't you come back?
We should get ready. We don't have much time.
What the fuck, man?
She had changed. And there was a weight in her eyes. She was hiding something.
She always was.
So she went to the future and went through some non-specific hardships and then came back to the past all the way to the beginning when she followed Littlefinger back. And it's just kind of been hanging out in this timeline. I don't know, man. That's a lot to happen.
What exactly do you believe changed in Beth?
She lost hope.
Alright. Wow, this is... Holy shit, this is long. Okay. Strap in, guys. Here we go. This isn't the thing we read before, is it? Beth's journal? Alright. February 28th, 1999. Back in time. Here I am, back in a time I've already lived once before. No idea how long I'll need to stay here. No idea what comes next. This isn't how it was supposed to go. This wasn't the plan. If I'm going to come to terms with that, then I'm going to need to write it all down, so there's nobody to tell this to but myself. So, hello me, again. This all started back in 2016. Jack and I kidnapped Dr. Amaral. We were supposed to use the time machine to travel back to 2010 and retrieve the countermeasure. I believe Dr. Amaral switched the date at the last moment. I heard Jack calling out, but it was too late. I was already inside. There was nothing to do but keep moving forward. When I exited the corridor, I arrived in the one place I never thought possible. The end of time. This is what I was curious about. Like, what future was there to go to? My greatest fear was realized. I'm still trying to grasp what that means. My entire life has been devoted to stopping the fracture. When I saw... Was it proof that it couldn't be stopped? I can't believe that. There's a logic to all this, a meaning. I just haven't found it yet. I'm not ready to write down details of the end of time. Not yet. Screw that. That's like the interesting thing. That's what we want to know. The essential part of the story is that I found a way back. I spent a long time trying to fix William's machine, but somebody beat me to it. He set a course to the earliest time the machine could operate. The first time the core was activated, February 28th, 1999. I followed him through. Wait, she followed... It doesn't specify who she followed through, but I think it was Littlefinger. That's when I found William, still alive, much younger than I had ever seen him. I warned him about the fracture. I told him that he was the only one who could create a solution. He begged me not to tell him anything else about the future. He said he couldn't stand living like that, being constantly aware of what will come to pass, his every action just part of the preordained dance. I wanted to tell him more, but I know how he felt. Well, maybe you shouldn't have built a time machine then, bro, just saying. William agreed to do what must be done. He agreed to build the countermeasure. This whole time it was me who set him on that path. He says the machine doesn't have the sufficient chronon capacity to return me to the future. He says a jump that far would be nearly impossible without a substantial scientific breakthrough. Apparently that hasn't happened yet. That's his way of saying I'm trapped, in 1999. Second time around. So, here I am. July 19th, 1999. The time machine move equals success. I worked with Will to get the time machine moved. Had to make sure Serene wouldn't be able to use it to his advantage, so we moved it to the one place I knew it would be safe. Bradbury swimming pool. Why? Why is this the one place it'll be safe? Will spent a big chunk of his research grant buying the property. It's the one place I know for sure that Monarch won't find us. After all, they still weren't aware of it in 2016. That means this is my new home for the time being. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense. Will refuses to build a countermeasure here. He says that it has to be done at his workshop. He chose that location to build the time machine for a reason. Something about abnormal chronon density, anomalies, whatever. Didn't seem to concern him that the very people we need to hide from know about his workshop. Probably doesn't help that he won't let me tell him who those people actually are. Guy's almost as stubborn as his brother. Now that the move is complete and Will is on his way, all I can do is wait. Not liking the idea of that. Keeping busy was the only thing that distracted me from the eerie nature of being trapped here. Guess I should look at the bright side. Second chance of having a killer Y2K party? Y2K. For any young people who might not know what Y2K is, you can Google it. It's pretty interesting, but the short, extremely short version of it is that it's when everybody thought that when the year 2000 struck, the whole world was going to collapse because of a error in banking software where they didn't account for the jump from the year 1999 to the year 2000, and they thought our entire infrastructure was going to crash. So yeah, that's fun. September 5th, 1999. Little me. The most surreal experience. Her eyes looked so full of life, looking to the clouds, invulnerable to the world around her. She looked full of life. She looked happy. It was me. I knew the day was coming. I knew that I had to go see her and set her on her mission so that she would do what needed to be done, so that someday she would become, well, me. She was in the backyard, bright red duffel coat, playing, simple pleasures. It's strange. I remember the small details so differently the first time around. When I was a child, that woman who came to see me seemed like an angel, a limitless source of wisdom gifting me with purpose. Now I was that woman. Trembling, a lump in my stomach, nervous as hell. It didn't matter. I knew she was too young to see those things on my face. I gave her the notebook. I told a small child to give up those simple pleasures, to pursue a life that would bring nothing but pain and hardship. I promised her that it would all be worth it, that she would make a difference, that she would save the world. She believed me. Damn, she lied to herself to set herself on that path. But what was the motivation for that if she didn't actually believe she was saving the world now? Weird. January 1st, 2000. Epic Y2K party. 8 bagels with cream cheese and watch Buffy reruns in a drained swimming pool. Party on. Buffy's awesome. Everybody should watch it. September 11th, 2001. 9/11. I tried to stop it a second time. I warned them, told them exactly what was going to happen. Nothing changed. I came to terms with the fact that none of this could be changed as a child, but since then, I've seen things that make me desperate to prove myself wrong. Desperate to believe that what I've seen cannot come to pass. I tried to stop the rise of Monarch. I tried to stop Paul Serene, both versions of him. Every action was negated by the force of a timeline that cannot be bent or broken. I've tried to stop tragedy as well. Jack's parents, Christmas of '99, I knew what happened to them. This time I was there. Car crashed exactly as it was supposed to. My presence only led it to happen as it always did. I went to the funeral. I watched Jack cry. I watched Will build up a wall around himself. I watched two brothers change forever in that moment, and I could do nothing about it. And now this. Fuck. Man, she really has been, like, behind the scenes and everything. I really love that when that happens in time travel stories, though. May 22nd, 2002, Monarch. They spotted me near Williams' workshop. Barely got out of there alive. After all this time, Serena's still obsessed with finding me. He won't give up until he does. Have to be more careful in the future. May 22nd, 2003, the end of time. Been having recurring nightmares about what I saw. I've been dreading doing this, but it's time. I have to write it out. It's the only way to move past it. In 2016, I entered the time machine, intending to travel back to 2010. That didn't happen. Dr. Amaral changed the date. When I exited the machine, I arrived at the end of time. The fracture had run its course. Time had stopped altogether. The entire world was frozen in one hanging moment. I was the only one still able to function, or so I thought. Then the shifters came. I can still hear them. Their sounds echo through my dreams. The entire world was still, except me. They really don't like movement. I stepped out of the machine into the one thing I spent my entire life trying to prevent. The fracture was never fixed. I was living through the proof. The first hours were the hardest. I was living through a nightmare that I couldn't wake up from, surrounded by constant reminders that my mission would fail. Never able to stay in one place because the shifters were always searching, always hunting. I could see how that would fuck somebody up. I wasn't alone. I discovered the first evidence of this a few days in. I heard the shifters become agitated, but I was nowhere near them. They were following somebody else, Paul Serene, a younger Paul. Scared, weak, vulnerable. He found me, tried to convince me that we needed to work together, to help each other through. He found out very quickly that I wanted him dead. He had no training, no killer instinct, but he had those damn powers, and all I had was the Chronon harness. The end of the world, the only two people left, and we became sworn enemies. I can't be sure how long we spent there. It could have been months, could have been years. When time doesn't move, it feels like an eternity. Our grip on reality slipped away, trapped in an endless loop of brutal survival. Though we were enemies, there was a strange bond formulated through that suffering. We've shared an experience that no other human has ever endured. Eventually, Paul managed to get Williams' time machine working. He was convinced that he needed to travel back to the earliest possible point in order to stop all this from happening. He had yet to learn that the past couldn't be changed. I followed him through the machine, but he escaped. He formed Monarch. He built an empire. I watched the birth of a monster. I can't escape the feeling that my actions helped shape what he became. Maybe I could have guided him? Maybe if I hadn't tried to hunt him down and kill him at the end of time. That can't be my part in all this. There has to be more. I wake up in a cold sweat most nights. I hear the shifters coming. I can almost feel their presence. Much of my experience at the end of time has become a blur in my memory, but there is one detail that I can't shake. One detail that brings my entire mission into question. One detail that haunts me. 2021. What happens in 2021, I wonder? February 3rd, 2005. Hobbies. 5 years until the countermeasure will be complete. I spend most of my days training. I don't know what happens once the device is finished, but being prepared is my specialty. I still wonder if Jack will follow the plan, if he'll emerge from that machine in 2010. Best not to think about it. I'm not giving up, but I can't let these thoughts consume me. I need to focus on the present, focus on what is in front of me. That's the mantra that keeps me going. Just focus on the present. So I decided to take on some hobbies. Tried poetry, got depressed. Been there. Dabbled with a guitar for a while, smashed it against the wall. Then I started experimenting with graffiti. Seems to be working out okay for me so far. It's fulfilling on a few different levels. Partly as a form of self-expression, partly as a means of release, partly just to fuck with people. What happens when Joe analyzes some graffiti on a wall one day, builds an interpretation in his head, and then 3 years later his depiction of that image comes true? Not sure, but it's fun to think about. I can't change anything, but at least this gives me the illusion of some kind of power. That illusion is what keeps me holding on. Sometimes I leave anonymous notes in people's mailboxes telling them what will happen next week. I watch their reaction from afar. Voyeurism and graffiti. That's my life these days. Focus on the present. That's actually pretty hilarious. October 8th, 2007. Jack. I started watching him recently. I know Monarch is tracking him, so I keep my distances. I wasn't sure why I felt a need to follow him, to watch his life from the outside, but now I think I understand. I met Jack in the wake of his brother's death, the onset of the fracture. The worst day of both of our lives. He was broken. That's the only Jack I ever knew. There's some kind of comfort in seeing him in happier times. I watched his band play a gig nearby. Atrociously bad. Whiny emo music. Definitely a music movement. I didn't need to live through a second time, but there was something pure about seeing him up there, letting it all out. He never had an easy life. It was easy to see that he found a way to release all that. Wow, I'm screwing up from all this reading. It was nice to see that he found a way to release all that. He just looked happy. It made me forget everything else. The nightmare stopped for a while after that, so I kept following him. It gave me something else to focus on. I spent most of my life hiding who I am, what I know. I knew Jack for less than 24 hours, but he's the only person I've opened up to about everything. I told him the truth. He believed me. I wish I could thank him for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to tell him if he comes through that machine on July 4th, 2010. What will he think when he sees me? 11 years will have passed. I look like I've aged 3 lifetimes since then, and for him, it could only be a matter of minutes. What do I say? That I saw the end? That this might all be for nothing? I was the one who believed without question that we would stop the fracture. That confidence has now been replaced with insecurity, weakness. I fear letting him see that. I fear that he'll see the doubt in my eyes. For years I felt invincible, full of hope. I'm not that woman anymore. I'm scared. Oh, poor Beth. December 11th, 2007. Memory. Tonight I painted something at the university campus. It was only after I was finished and took a step back to look at it that I realized I've seen it before, about a decade ago. Remains of something painted on a wall but washed away. It was a jolt. Is all of this futile? Nothing sticks. Nothing has changed. All of it washed away by the river of time. Fucking time travel. Okay, so that explains when she had time to do all those paintings. That's good, because I was questioning that in the last video. Let's see. July 9th, 2008. Will. I've been in contact with Will every 6 months or so. Short exchanges just to get an update on his progress building the countermeasure. He's still at least 2 years away from completion, but he's now confident that he knows how the countermeasure will work. He told me that the countermeasure will be able to reverse a fracture in time, but in order to do so, it must be activated early in the escalation of the fracture. Once the fracture runs its course, once the end of time is reached, he believes the countermeasure will be rendered ineffective. Okay, I was curious when it had to be used, if it could only prevent it or if it could fix it after the fact. Seems like it has to be used after, but there's a very short window. That's good to know. I asked him what it would mean if the end of time ever occurred. He said it would mean that the fracture was never stopped. Oh shit. It would mean that we failed. July 21st, 2008. Everything I have done has been for nothing. July 4th, 2010. Final entry. The day is here. Soon I will receive word that William has completed the countermeasure. I'm sure of it. I've come to accept that this doesn't mean we will succeed. I've come to accept that my mission was a lie. But I'm not giving up. Lie or not, I devoted my life to this cause. It gave me meaning. It's all I've ever known. Even if I've seen the proof that I won't succeed, I'm not giving up. I'll dedicate every ounce of courage I have left to seeing this through. I'll retrieve the countermeasure. I'll keep it safe until 2016. I will do everything in my power to activate it when the time comes. I will fail, but I will fail knowing that I did everything in my power to save the world. For years I hoped that this would be the day when I would see Jack again. I've given up that hope. This mission started with me alone. That's how it will end. This will be my final entry. Wow. Beth is in kind of a bad spot. We should probably go try and help her out. But first, there are points to find. And that's the most important thing, right guys? What is this?
I can't do this anymore. I can't. I can't fucking do this.
Yeah, you probably should have, like, reached out to somebody, gotten some help at some point. This is all pretty fucked. Alright, there's a point over here. Upstairs. I'm worried that I missed something before that last cutscene, though. Let us consult the timeline. I did. Son of a mother. Damn it. I hope it wasn't anything important. I hate myself. But also, what do we have? We have 5 points. I don't know what we're going to use it on. I don't think we can buy anything else for 5 right now. I think we got to get one more. Yeah, we've got 3 things to buy, and they all cost 6. Alright, let's go find one more point. At this point, I'm not sure if I'll be able to buy 2 more upgrades or just 1. With the amount of points that I've missed in this game, I'm not sure.
11 years.
Wall of calendars. Yikes. That was a lot shorter than the last narrative objects.
I'll unlock the door.
So where's Will? Where's the countermeasure?
The countermeasure's at William's workshop, where he built it.
Then that's where we go.
Yes. That was the plan.
Hey, I just saw the radar pop up. Come on. Where'd it go?
Just have
Back
to
this
look
way?
like this.
Aha. Yes. I damn near missed that, guys. Got real lucky there. Alright, might as well buy it now, whatever we're going to get. This might be the last one we can buy, so I got to figure out which one do I want the most. Increased range of time vision. One more time stop. Or one more time dodge. Oh no, we have a increased power of time shield too. Shit, I missed that. Okay. Well, I actually think I like that one the most out of all these. The time shield's pretty nice for staying alive, so let's grab that one. Alright.
I should go see Beth.
Yeah, where'd she go? I wasn't really paying attention to the direction that she went. Thought I saw a yellow arrow over here. Yep, there it is. From William Joyce to Beth Wilder. Did we read this one already? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Already got that one. Something up there. We already looked at those paintings. Oh, I wonder if I can go back and retrieve whatever I miss. Might have been like back in this corner. Maybe not, because I don't see anything back here. Damn it. Maybe that other upgrade point I just picked up was that one. It was. I corrected myself, guys. Go me. And looks like we have a big gap until the next set of collectibles, so fucking A. Just gotta figure out where the hell Beth went. I don't appear to have any kind of objective marker. I have no idea where she went. Oh, she's right here. Oh, and the next point's up here, too. Sweet.
My supplies are upstairs. We'll need to get them. There's so much you don't know that you never saw. I gave up on the idea that you would ever come.
Why? You knew it was going to be right now.
I need to know we're still in this together.
I told you once our fate is already laid out for us. Still believe that. More than ever. I'm just worried what that might mean.
It means we finish this.
Dude, she is like completely broken. Just doesn't give a shit anymore. Alright, we only have 2 more documents. I think they're both up here. This is probably going to be a really short act as well, isn't it? Oh, I see weapons. Wait a minute, there's a lot of stuff to look at in here. Is this game fucking with me? There's only 2 more documents listed.
You need gear? Take whatever you need. The rest of it's going in the river. Along with everything else I brought here.
Alright.
That's a little drastic.
My time here is done, Jack. I have to erase my presence. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Alright.
Okay. The countermeasures at Will's workshop. We find it, then what?
We bring it back here, use the machine, and return to the future. Use it to stop the fracture. That was always the plan.
That is still the plan.
Yes. Ready when you are, Jack.
I mean, it's still a pretty good plan. It went a little badly for you, but there's no reason why it shouldn't still work, right?
You followed Paul to 1999. Why did he travel so far back?
To form Monarch. Prepare for what's coming.
You kept tabs on him.
And he's kept tabs on me.
All right. Monarch formed in March 1999. CEO was never disclosed. How's that possible? Lucrative investments all based on Serene's future knowledge. Oh. I was about to say, how do you just, like, decide you're going to create a multi-billion-dollar corporation and do it so successfully? But if you have future knowledge, yeah. I'll give this game this much. It does answer a lot of the questions I have about the implausibility of, like, time travel events. But there's still certain things it can never really resolve, just like logical fallacies. August 2000, Monarch spotted following William Joyce. Monarch is following William throughout Riverport. No longer safe to keep in direct communication. May 2001, Martin Hatch was hired. First listing of Martin Hatch on employee chart. No details available on Hatch prior to this. He was a ghost. Monarch patrolling workshop. Spotted me near Will's workshop. Barely escaped alive. Must avoid workshop area. How the hell does she get a job with them if they're out to kill her as early as 2002? That's one thing I don't get. There's probably something I'm missing there, but yeah. Well positioned on Fortune 500. Investments have stopped. PR campaign has begun. Spotted by Monarch. Monarch's still searching for me. Must stay out of public eye from this point forward. R&D facility commissioned. Gull Island. Must investigate further. October 06. Martin Hatch is promoted. Now designated Monarch spokesperson. Previous spokesperson found dead. Every promotion Hatch receives results from a trail of blood. So he murdered his way to the top. That doesn't surprise me at all. Monarch Tower construction. Construction begins on Monarch Tower. Monarch investigated Will's workshop. Monarch personnel spotted covertly entering Will's workshop. They may know what we're up to. Monarch security cameras now surround workshop. Approaching area will alert Serene. Monarch Chronon Tech delayed in March 2010. Monarch Chronon Tech research under Dr. Kim not proceeding as planned. Not enough Chronon particles available. Ground Zero not present. In December 2010, Dr. Sophia Amaral recruited, hired as Chronon research scientist. So at this point, Dr. Amaral is not even really involved with any of this shit. Ooh, yes sir, I'll take a full auto shotgun. You're damn right. What else we have around here? So these are all guns, not narrative objects. Carbine rifle's good, but it's not replacing the shotgun for me. Semi-auto shotgun, nope. I will take a heavy pistol. Advanced SMG, burst fire, and ammo. Alright, so what do I want on my right side slot? There's not like a huge selection here. I guess the assault rifle, it's pretty good. Assault rifle, full auto shotty, heavy pistol. It's a pretty damn good loadout. Alright. Oh, I can carry more ammo for the full auto shotty too. That is awesome. Alright, Beth, I'm ready.
I can't imagine what happened to you. When you entered that machine, I wanted to go after you, but I didn't know where Sophia sent you or how to find you.
You made it here. It's all that matters. You followed the plan.
Whatever happened to you, change it.
Don't.
We can fix this.
Don't.
We can undo this.
You still don't get it. It can't be changed. No matter what we do, the pieces fall in all of the exact same places. I've tried. Over and over.
I can't just sit back and do nothing.
You have to let go. Jack. You have to let go. I've seen it. The end of time. That is where she sent me. I was there. I've been fighting this fight my entire life, and I saw us fail. I saw where this leads. I just don't know anymore. I don't know if we can win this thing.
Then we'll die finding out.